Are you ready to make 2026 the best year of your fucking life? Because most guys aren't. Most guys are gonna accomplish fuck all this year. I'm sorry, someone had to say it. Most guys are gonna do exactly what they did last year and the year before that. They start off motivated, they have big aspirations, and then at the end of the year, they haven't accomplished anything. And if that's you, if you're used to setting these New Year's goals and you always fall short, I want you to know, I'm not gonna shame you for that. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that's like, oh, you said last year was gonna be your year. You said the same thing the year before that, blah, 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 blah. That's not me. I think that's corny. I think that's demoralizing. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna teach you exactly how to break that cycle. Because I'm gonna give you 5 steps to make this year the best year of your life. And by the end of this video, you're ready to take off. You're ready to change your reality and never look back again. Step number 1, disregard annual goals. The biggest scam we've all been sold is that you should set yearly targets. At the end of December, you're gonna be this person. You're gonna have this amount of money. You're gonna change your life. It's the biggest scam. And I know this because I used to do this. And my life only changed when I went from 12-month goals to 12-week goals. So imagine this for a second. I would set 12-month targets. Oh, by the end of this year, I want 10K a month. I want 50K a month. I want 100K a month. And I will do this year after year after year. And fail and fail and fail. And then I changed it to, I'm gonna do this in 12 weeks. And I accomplished more in those 12 weeks than I did in all those years before. Think about that for a second. I accomplished more in 12 weeks than I did in 12 months, year after year after year. And the reason for it is because 12-month goals, first of all, it's a fucking scam. Second of all, there's too little urgency for you to move. You see, if you set a 12-month goal and you fall behind in January, you're still cool. You're not worried. It's like, okay, I'm not happy, but I'm not worried either. There's no urgency. And then the next month, the same thing happens. In February, you're falling behind and you still feel like, well, there's plenty of time left in the year. And this keeps going and going and going. And it's this false sense of security. You get lulled into this false sense of security. And this false belief that at some point during this year, something magical is going to happen that's going to change everything around. And that's the fucking scam. And it's why you must forget the idea of 12 months. Forget that entire timeline. Forget that concept. And from now on, your year is 12 weeks. That is a year for you. I don't care if you start January 1st, January 5th, January 10th, February, March, April, no matter when you start. Whenever you start, 12 weeks go in, and that's your year. You see, the beautiful thing about a 12-week year is that there's enough time to accomplish big things in 12 weeks. If you never made 10K online, you can make 10K in 12 weeks. If you never got in physical fucking shape like me, you can get in physical shape in 12 weeks. There's enough time to change your life around in 12 weeks. But there's little enough time for there to be a healthy amount of urgency to where you make the most out of every month, every week, every day, every moment. Now, before I tell you how to change your reality around in just 12 weeks, there's a critical step you need before that, which is step number 2. Craft your vision. Do you have a vision? Like, can you sit there and close your eyes and future cast and see the future version of yourself, the best version of yourself, living your dream life? And can you get this warm emotional feeling within your body when you just close your eyes and you start living there in your own imagination? It's gonna sound crazy, but most guys never do this. You see, most guys think this is just some fluffy, soft shit, some bullshit, and they just want to take action. And in general, it's good to have a bias towards action, but not if you don't have a vision. You see, if you're like a logical thinker that thinks, oh, having a vision is like bullshit, it's not important, I just want to make 10K a month as quickly as possible, 20K a month, 50K a month, 100K a month, however much, I just want to take action, but you don't have a vision, you will always lose to the man who has a vision. And an analogy that comes to mind for me is like a soldier that's trying to enter the army, and he's entering boot camp. And he's with all kinds of other men that are well prepared and in elite physical shape like your boy, and there's athletes and people that are genetically more gifted than him, and smarter than him, and in better shape than him. But this soldier has a vision. He has a deep emotional reason why he's gonna do this. And so when the going gets tough, when the water gets cold, when the weather starts to suck, when the pain kicks in, when the body feels fatigue, 90% of these other men, even though they're genetically more gifted than this guy, they'll fall off. And this guy keeps going, he keeps going, because he has a vision. He knows where he's going. No matter the pain, no matter the obstacles, no matter the fear, no matter the doubt, he keeps going until he fucking wins. And that same thing applies to anything in life. It applies to making money, it applies to anything in life. You see, getting clear on your vision isn't just some soft, magical, garbage, woo bullshit. It's the fucking engine in the car. It's your why, it's that emotional connection that keeps you going. Now maybe you hear this and you think, well, Musa, I have a vision. I have some fucking cute car in the background of my phone. I have some things in my mind of how much money I want to make. I want to buy my mother a house. I have a vision. This doesn't apply to me. Yes, it fucking does. And I'll tell you why. You need to have 3 timelines of your vision. And listen very closely, because this is going to change your life. You need to have a timeline of 10 to 15 years in the future. Your ideal life, no limitations. How many kids do you have? How many millions do you have? Do you have 100 million? Where do you live? Do you have 10 houses? How do you speak? No limitations. 10 to 15 years. This is like the long-term vision. And most people fail with doing this because they're shackled in their own imagination. They don't even dare to dream big in their own imagination. And if you can't even unshackle yourself and dream big in your own imagination, you're done. You're done. Nothing's gonna work. You're done. You need to unshackle yourself, free your mind, and go future cast your long-term vision. Now after you've done that, there's a second timeline, which is 3 years from now. So this is the long-term broad vision. Now you're getting more specific. What type of skills do I have? Who do I hang around with? And you get way more specific and detailed in this vision. And then the last vision is a 12-week vision. And so let's say your long-term vision is you want to be worth 100 million and you want to have 10 kids. And your 3-year vision is you want to make 250k a month or 500k a month or $1 million a month. And then your 12-week vision is, well, I haven't made any money online yet. So the first step in these 12 weeks is I'm making 10k a month. I'm making my first money online. And that's how you compartmentalize the 3 timelines of your vision. Step number 3, crafting a battle plan. This is where we're gonna get very practical, because now that we've got society's bullshit out of the way, and we got the scam of setting New Year's goals out of the way, and we unshackled our mind and imagination and unlocked our vision, now it's time to get practical about how to actually hit your goals in 12 weeks. You see, most guys don't work with a plan. Most guys just go running off, taking action. As I said before, they're biased towards taking action. But they don't understand that creating a plan is the work. It's at least 50% of the work. Now, when it comes to making a plan for your 12-week year, the important thing is that you have one primary objective and one secondary objective. So let's say you want to make money in this 12-week year. You want to make 10k a month. That's your primary objective. And then you get clear on what are the weekly things I need to do, the weekly boxes I need to tick. And then what are the daily steps I need to do? How many hours of deep work do I need to do? What do I need to produce? And then there's a secondary objective, which is up to you. But you can have a secondary objective. I highly recommend any man to have a secondary objective to be with fitness, to be honest. Right? I always have a secondary fitness objective. And in some seasons, that physical objective may become a primary objective. But the point is, have one primary objective in your plan, one secondary objective, and then get clear on what are the weekly objectives, what are the daily objectives. Just to give you an example of how to create this plan, I'll share with you how I am doing it for my 12-week year that's up and coming right now. So I've been away from this YouTube channel for over 2 years. I've been on ghost mode, I accomplished all my goals during ghost mode, and now I'm back and I have a lot of value to share. But I've never been consistent on this YouTube channel. And so my primary objective in my plan is consistency on my YouTube channel. And so what does that look like on a weekly basis? Well, on a weekly basis, I need to upload X amount of videos. So I have my 12-week objective, which is for me a certain amount of good quality videos I want to post on this channel in 12 weeks. And I know when I do that, it's gonna lead to a lot of good things. And then I have my weekly objectives. Okay, X amount of videos per week. And then I have my daily objectives. And then every week, this is important when it comes to planning. Every week, at the end of the week on Sunday, you review your week and you briefly reflect what went good, what can we do better, what are we going to do in the next week. Now I'll share one more tactic I use outside of my strategic battle plan that will help me stay consistent, which is called punishment reward. You see, I made all the money I wanted during ghost mode. I hit all my goals, and so I don't have to do this. I'm not someone that's like desperate to grow on YouTube. Maybe I'm not the hungry wolf that's climbing a mountain. And so I had to put tactics in place called punishment and reward to incentivize me to stay consistent. And so in my free Telegram channel, I have a free Telegram channel where I'm always dropping like voice notes and free game. I made this announcement to everyone that's in the free Telegram channel that if I did not hit my weekly uploads on this YouTube channel, I have to pay someone $5,000. And whoever reminds me first that I missed a weekly upload gets $5,000. Bro, I don't want to fucking pay anyone $5,000. And so this punishment is in the back of my mind always like, fuck, I gotta upload, I gotta upload, I gotta upload. And then on the other side, there's a reward to where when I make these videos, like I'm someone, I love to eat steak. I can eat steak all day, every day. And so whenever I publish a video, I deserve to treat myself to steak. Now these are just little tactics, a punishment and reward tactic. And you can apply the same thing for you. You don't need to give away fucking $5,000, but just think for yourself, what is a punishment for you that kind of stings, that doesn't feel good? What is a reward for you that would feel good? And it's just an extra tactic. You don't need it, but an extra tactic that can incentivize you to stay on the path. Step 4, lock in and go ghost mode. This is where you take action and you disappear. You cut off all the distractions, whether it's friends, whether it's social media, you cut it all off. You disappear and you lock in. Because if you have the vision and you have the battle plan, there's no need to think anymore. You know what you need to do, and all you need to do is take action. Take action. Stop hesitating. Stop procrastinating. The biggest enemy at this point is either distractions or overthinking. Understand that most guys don't go broke from failure. They go broke from hesitation. There's a quote that goes, "The path illuminates itself as you walk it." Meaning that as you go, as you take action, the path reveals itself. Now step number 5 is always move in silence. When you move in silence, no one can stop your moves. Now I don't know if you believe in an evil eye or people doing voodoo. Like in my cultures, a lot of people believe in that stuff. I don't know if you believe in that superficial stuff. But even if you don't, there's nothing good that comes from sharing your plans and sharing your ideas and sharing your goals and your vision with people. Because guess what? Outside of the superficial shit, on a scientific level, when you share your plans and ideas with people, dopamine gets released in your brain. Your brain doesn't know the difference between you talking about your goals and talking about your vision and talking about your plans and actually accomplishing your goals and plans. And so when you talk about it, you get the same happy feeling, the same dopamine release as if you've actually accomplished something. And so your drive goes down because you get this sense of fulfillment and accomplishment, even though you haven't done fucking shit. So always move in silence, keep your mouth shut. Don't talk to people about your plans. Don't talk to people about your goals. Because there's literally nothing good that comes from sharing with people. Your family or friends might judge you, or they might keep you small or criticize you, or they might compliment you, which is fucking dangerous too. See, I remember when I was doing well, I made my money running faceless channels, and I had all these play buttons at home. And my girl had someone come over and she saw these golden play buttons and silver play buttons, and she was complimenting me. She was like, "Whoa, that's amazing, you're doing really well for yourself." And I was like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, no, that's really impressive. That's good. You're doing so well. And I was like, yeah, it's no big deal. And I was deflecting those compliments. I was like, deflecting. And then she grabbed me. And she was like, hey.
You know you can be proud of yourself, right?
And when she said that, I remember I was thinking to myself, bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't know my vision. You don't know where the fuck I'm going. Don't put these compliments on me. Fuck you. But I didn't say that. I was being a nice guy. I'm a gentleman. I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Fuck you. You know, that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta be with compliments and criticism. And the best way to be like that is to just move in silence. Don't show off. Don't talk with people. Because at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, when you follow these steps in this video and you lock in and you go ghost mode and you sharpen your skills, eventually the spotlight's gonna find you. Until the spotlight comes, move in silence, be a ghost, and make this your best year.